right, welcome. Episode 73 of Hip Hop High Society presents the Roundtable Hip Hop discussion where we talk all things hip hop and hip hop related. And it's the most motherfuckers I've seen in quite a while. I can see some of y'all hiding from the federales still, but it's all good. We'll keep you on. So first and foremost, I'm introducing my panel. I might not even have to yap this much this week. I'm so happy. I'm so excited. Glad y'all are here. First and foremost, we got the one and only of the Culture Decides coming off her hiatus with the sniffles. Keep that shit over there. Lee, what's going on with you?
What's up, y'all? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want y'all to hear me sounding all nasally and shit. Nobody wants to hear that shit. But I'm happy to be back. Happy to get back to it. Y'all gonna see a lot more of me, so stay tuned.
Yeah, get that Mucinex on deck and take your ass to work. It's good to have you back, though. Always great to see you. We got the one and only Hotep, the man of mystery. At least you consistent. I'll give you a pass, Hotep. We don't know what the fuck you look like. Who knows? You might be motherfucking Michael Myers. Hotep, how you doing, brother? You good?
You know, I'm out here mysterious, trying to keep it, enigmatic as much as I can, shadowy, if you will.
Old Playboy Cardi ass name. But good to have you in our presence today, Mr. Hotep, man. We love your opinions, very opinionated, going on your tangents, getting us strikes and shit. But good to have you there. We got the one and only Obi Trice Kenobi. What's good, bro?
What up? Not much, man. Just chilling, reviewing music, talking
with
music.
Backgrounds and shit. Backgrounds, had some money.
Woo! Well, you guys, I saw Freddie Gibbs. I got that little viral Freddie Gibbs Frozone moment. So this is the kind of money you get after that. You get to buy a background. Like, ooh, watch out.
Oh, he just snuck some Elon bucks on us. It's good to have you in the building now, brother. Nah. And then we have the one and only Jay Cloud. Jay Cloud coming off his performance, you feel me? An eventful day. Good to have you, brother.
What up? What's going on, y'all? Finally here again.
Here again. And then finally, what we got this week? Hick Jenkins. D plus. Can you put a plus on the D? Pause. Can you put a plus on the fucking D though? Does that work?
Wow. You wild.
C minus. We'll say C minus because
we're not just gonna stroll past that, bro.
I said pause, bro. I said pause.
God damn, bro. We're not even 2 minutes in.
Whatever, man. That's a shitty ass name. Think of a better one. But it's good to have you there, Cassius Ken, bro.
I saw Obi giggling when I popped up, so Obi got it.
Yeah, I got it. Hell yeah.
Thanks, Obi laugh at anything, bro. Obi laugh at anything. No, that shit don't count.
That's true.
But it's good to see y'all in the building, man. Let's talk some hip hop, or at least let's talk some Spotify bullshit. First and foremost, the big news: Spotify has issued a statement after a class action. So apparently they've been hit with a class action lawsuit. I think RBX and a bunch of other people brought it up, right? Accused the company of enabling mass scale fraudulent streaming using Drake as its sole example. We cannot comment on pending litigation. However, Spotify in no way benefits from the industry-wide challenge of artificial streaming. We heavily invest in always improving best-in-class systems to combat it and safeguard artists' payouts with strong protections like removing fake streams, withholding royalties, and charging penalties. Our systems are working. In a case from last year, one bad actor was indicted for stealing $10 million from streaming service, only 60,000 of which came from Spotify, providing how effective we are at limiting the impact of artificial streaming on our platforms via Complex. So you can read between the lines of who they may be speaking about. Might be a guy that tried to sue a bunch of people from Toronto. So I guess the first question I'm going to present to my panel, what do y'all think about this statement that was issued about Spotify? And what do y'all think about the kind of the confirmation that a lot of these your favorite artists are getting artificial streams? You feel me?
I mean, I think Cole already said it. They faking these streams through the machines. You know what I'm saying? Proof is in the pudding now.
I feel like
people always
speculate.
Yeah, it was always a thing. Now it's like it was always a thing that people question. And I would say now it's like, all right, now we know what's really going.
Confirmed. The interesting thing about this is I think UMG Universal is heavily invested in Spotify as well, which is the label home of Drake and also Kendrick, surprisingly, right? With that being said, is it kind of a play, or is it exposing or pulling that veil out from people? There's a lot of people that didn't really know about it. Y'all think people actually thought all these streams and shit was real? You know, I know we're a little bit more knowledgeable, but do you
I
think
mean, like maybe teenagers, yes, but so in Nicki Minaj's when she had her most recent co-brand, Ice Spice dropped a video, and someone who was not in Ice Spice's camp thought it would be funny to buy streams on her YouTube channel as like a ploy to say, hey, her streams are fake. So it's so prominent in the industry that it's basically like swatting somebody. Where it's like, yo, I'm gonna go to her most recent video, buy 1 million streams, and like, so that way it doesn't match the comments and say, hey, look, she's faking her streams. So it's people, you can just do it on a whim if that's what you really wanted to do. It's that easy. It's that simple.
Or that was the cover up.
Dun dun dun.
Or it was a cover up. But either way it goes,
Allegedly, they don't know them, but who knows?
allegedly, but it's like, however it go, everyone noticed, like, hey, these streams are fake immediately.
Right.
Like, it meet right then, like, hey, these streams don't match.
Yeah. It's like those people that buy ads on their regular. I seen people buying like regular tweets ads. But the interesting thing is Spotify actually like advertises to, you can run advertisements on Spotify if you're an artist. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can buy your own streams, like you said. Even if you watch that Mafia-thon shit, I seen some clips for it where people were gifting like followers to Kai. I know it's a little bit different, but like just like, all right, here goes 10,000 followers, like they was giving out fucking Halloween candy or some shit. You ever see that shit? That was like the weirdest thing, you know?
Yeah. How is this not money laundering?
Who says it ain't?
Oh, it is.
I think that's the point. Yeah, it's probably getting sued, right?
I think it's they put the fraud term out there a lot, but I mean, this is textbook money laundering. I don't know why that's not the main accusation. You know what I mean?
I think this one goes in depth. This article right here. New class action lawsuit against Spotify is taking the fight over streaming fraud to federal court, backed by data purporting to show that Drake, in particular, has benefited from billions of fake streams. The lawsuit accuses Spotify of turning a blind eye to exploitation of its payout model, which allocates royalties to artists based on their share of total streaming value. So there it goes. They even say his name. They ain't even hiding on this one. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even insinuate it. So could this be actually the end of Spotify? Do you think this can?
Nah, bro.
You don't think so, bro?
Nah, bro. The biggest gangsters on planet Earth wear suits and ties and walk around in the Bear and Bulls market, bro. This is par for the course. This is just light getting shine underneath the bed. You know what I mean?
Watch Spotify rap is gonna come out and everyone's gonna forget about it. Like, look at my Spotify rap. That's it.
What Silas was saying, it's not like people didn't know this shit was going on. It's not just this. It's not just music where artificial users are used to boost numbers.
Numbers boosting has always been around.
Yeah, buying followers, bro. That's why the engagement is probably more important than the actual follower count in the reality. Like if people actually interacting with you, then that's way different than just an arbitrary number. But however, we see a lot of these streamers use that to kind of either boost somebody up or they, bash somebody, particularly, people like academics. Oh, 50,000 first week, 200,000 first week. He's not gonna cross 500. You know what I'm saying? Like that narrative to me is like the most wacky shit ever. And we're going to kind of touch on that too, I think, a little bit later on or whatever. But what do y'all think about that? Maybe can we get out of the numbers game? Would that be over? Or is that just more so the casual motherfuckers even care about that type of shit? You know what I mean? Kind of the pivot onto what y'all was talking about.
Was it actually Spotify that said they're gonna remove numbers, the monthly listeners at least? I thought they had mentioned that, but I'm not sure if it's gonna change, honestly, because people are so caught up in something that, I mean, fans are caught up in something that it like it's not lining your pockets, bro. Like, why do you care? Like, if you like it, you like it. You don't, you don't.
We
That's
also
just
got to take
50's
into
fault.
account like different cultures, though. Is K-pop not going to fight back on this? Because K-pop's whole thing is like cult-like fan bases, and they use those numbers to kind of like legitimize their, celebrity gods over there.
How you know about K-pop, bro? That's the question I want.
Nah, hey, he's got a good point, bro. Like if you
I
can
mean,
just bankroll, if you can just bankroll a shitload of VPNs, you know what I mean? And it's like the opposite of outsourcing telemarketing jobs to India. Except you know what I mean? Except it's not labor, it's consumption. It's like at the opposite end of the same play.
like those people over there, their fandoms are different. They have like watch day quotas and stuff where they have to stream a song 20 times a day and shit like that. That's a whole part of their culture over there.
That's crazy. You got a job and you got some shit to do. God damn. Not screaming nobody all day. New lawsuit claims billions. Now, and then the interesting thing I think about this, which I think a lot of people are now pointing out, is that the whole narrative was that, or at least a lot of the OVO people or OVO fans, the cultists, were trying to say that Kendrick's streamed. You know what I'm saying? That was their whole thing. Like, oh, look at him, he fall off. He's not even in the top streamed anymore. Look, Drake's still at 2 billion. You know, and then you have this happen, right? Kind of taking away that point. You feel me?
It's kind of funny, not to be like a conspiracy theorist, but it's kind of funny that after he filed the appeal, this news just came out and his name is attached to it, but they're like, oh no, but he's not, accused of wrongdoing. But people are still gonna look at him like, okay, so you've been artificially leading the game. You've been at the top, but not really. So, and you've been benefiting from it. I mean, you're still getting the payouts,
Yeah.
Drake is essentially suing somebody who fed him, and they're like, all right, cool, so we gonna punish you for that.
This is the punishment.
This is the punishment.
It's
okay.
I feel like every time you make a
on.
move, it's like, all right, something else is gonna come out. Something else, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know how much they're willing to expose without exposing themselves. Because it's like, well, did you allow this as the label? Did you not have people on your end checking into this as well to make sure that it's legit, or you don't give a fuck because it makes you rich too? So
yeah. Also, it could have a boomerang or a ripple effect, right? Because hip hop has been the top of the charts for the longest, right? Is that really is that really true now? Like, could there be a case made that maybe hip hop ain't as popular as people think it is? Yeah, I think.
I think everybody's probably doing it, right? If people in hip hop are doing it, I think it's across the whole music industry.
I would love to know if Taylor Swift is doing that shit.
Yeah, no, absolutely. They actually reported. I asked AI about it, and they were talking about abnormal patterns, like massive stream spikes along release dates, and disproportionate to user base compared to peers like Taylor Swift. So, yeah.
Yeah, bro, this is a major label thing, not like a hip hop thing.
Yeah. I think if you got your ear to the streets, like if you're out in the mix and conversing with regular people, I think it's hard to say that like hip hop is on a downward trend. I forgot what outlet. I think Cloud commented on it. One of the outlets was talking about hip hop dying and shit, and it's like some crazy fear mongering going on, because if you're really like in the know as far as like how music's being put out right now and the quality and the consistency of like really good music, you're either just blatantly gaslighting people or stupid and just don't know ball to like even have that assumption. Hip hop's popping right now.
Well, the thing is, black people are still popular. Hip hop not going nowhere.
Yeah, bro. The issue is there's so much music right now. There's so much like hip hop coming out right now that it's not as focused as it was. Like all of people's ears and attention isn't focused on like a select like 20 people. it's almost like spread thin. So it's like naturally everybody's numbers are gonna start to gradually go down because everybody's attention is like basically diluted.
Yeah.
So it's not a thing of hip hop as a whole. It's just a thing of individuals.
Yeah, now that we have the right to choose what we want to hear instead of a radio DJ telling us what we listening to right now, those numbers gonna look like that. Michael Jackson wouldn't have that problem though.
Yeah, but even now, if Michael Jackson was still making music today, his numbers will go down too, because there was a time where people would listen to like Michael Jackson all day. Now they're listening to Michael Jackson and 20 other people that, you know, and all their friends that are making music. Like, it's just, you know, people's attention is very divided right now because they have more options than ever.
I don't know. It does seem like people do kind of listen to the same shit, though. Like, to be honest with you, if you've ever been at any kind of kickback, anything like that, it is a lot of the same shit replayed. Or even if you've been in any of the clubs lately, it's not like it's a smorgasbord of shit being played there, right? Or do we even count that anymore, right?
I mean, generational. You know what I mean? I work with younger people, and they don't fucking listen to none of this shit that I listen to. And when I got a rule with these little brothers. You get an hour of Bluetooth time, and then once I'm sick of it, it's uncrap. I'm sorry, bro. I'm the foreman. I make the rules, so they can listen to their little stupid shit for an hour out of the day, and outside of that, nah.
Yeah, but it's like a kickback only accounts for like a few hours out of the day. Like the other 21 hours, you gotta talk about like, you know, what friends do they have that make music? Like, who do they personally like that they think is slept on? It's like all these, you know, people just didn't have these options before.
Yeah. You can curate your own fucking playlist. Beautiful thing, right?
Yeah.
That's situational music too at a kickback.
Yeah.
You know, there's a certain type of music you want to put on if everyone's trying to just hang out and kick it. You know, not everybody's trying to listen to Philly Coke rap when they're fixing up a plate, you know. So
exactly. People aren't listening to MF Doom at a kickback, but look at his numbers. You know, look at his numbers.
Depends on what kind of kickback you at, man. Somebody might listen to something. Play this little clip, man. You know, a damn pod wouldn't be complete without a Joe Budden.
Interesting, though, and this is not a Drake diss at all. Again, it's just a matter of the chronology and the facts here, is that when Drake started to talk about UMG and bots and how they were being used potentially to harm him, there were experts who said, hey, you might not want to lift that hood up, because if you lift the hood up and start talking about who's using bots and whose streams are real and whose streams are not, you may find that there's a lot of fake ones on your side too.
That you may have no knowledge of.
But no, that's and I don't think he does have any knowledge. I don't think Drake did anything wrong here. I just think the fact is a whole lot of people use bots. They're just part of the business.
No, I think that was his point. I think his point was, dog, when they use them for me, I know how it looks.
So yeah.
So I know that y'all using them for him because I'm the nigga that they do it for. So I can identify when it's being done. I don't think he never necessarily denied that the shit is happening out here. He was saying like, my nigga, y'all do it for me. I'm the authority on this shit. I know how it is when an album is being pushed or with a button being pushed.
He's saying that when he did it, it wasn't at the expense of somebody else.
Yeah, that's what he
says. And to me, that's a terrible argument. At the expense of him. Yeah. I mean, painting him a certain way. You know, so that's... I feel that. Well, let me say this. Let me not speak for myself. RBX is saying it is at someone else's expense because every time you get more money from these fake streams, I'm getting less.
Right.
Yeah. It's a zero-sum game.
Makes sense.
And he's correct.
Yeah. So what part? And then Ray Parks explained.
What's the name of the light-skinned cat, bro? I feel like...
No. Is that Ish?
I think it's Ish, bro. I feel like he's unprepared. I feel like he don't look at no notes. He don't read no fucking book. He just kind of shows the fuck up and has no fucking knowledge. He's just there. He just there to take up a spot on the couch, so it's not empty fucking space, you know. But I think Mark Lemoyne and Lamont Hill brought up a good point about you know everything in totality, right? I think he was bringing up a good point. At least what he was talking about, what RBX was talking about, is that when you're at the top and you're basically flooding it with Drake or you're flooding with Kendrick or whatever, all these other people may not be getting that algorithm push that you're giving to other people, which in turn other people can't eat. You feel me? So I think that's a great point he brought up. What do y'all think about that little conversation they had right there?
I hate when I agree with them, but I mean, yeah, it was pretty much facts. I can't even lie. Like, you can't point the finger because you're no longer benefiting from it when other people haven't gotten the spotlight because, they always wanted to feed into what you got out there. So I don't know. He gotta take it up with the label.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool when you were the priority. Now you feel like somebody else was the priority. Now all of a sudden that's not fair. That's cheating.
That's
But the
bad.
only way you know he cheated is because you cheated and you know what cheating looked like. So now you got to expose yourself. It's feminine to me because you setting your hair on fire to spite a man.
And allegedly, there were no bots discovered with Not Like Us, according to their investigation. So that means that,
Logically speaking, did that song need bots?
no,
If we know what bots are used for, did that song even need bots?
it had
Yeah,
the impact.
I mean, no, because the point of bots is to inflate. It's not to make or break a song. It's just to inflate the numbers. That's really all it is. So if it gets 25 million streams, they're gonna want to get it up to 30. So they're gonna push it a little bit with another 5 million. That's all the point of it.
I mean, that was the biggest beef of the past probably since Nas and Jay. You had every streamer posting
everyone was listening to that song 4 or 5 times a day.
Yeah, but everybody on a major label, their numbers are inflated. That's just how they operate.
Yeah, to Cloud's point, the bigger the number, the easier it is to slip in extra numbers, right?
And true. Exactly, and the more incentivized people. I mean, we're in a climate where people look at numbers and that influences them to think certain things of certain songs, or to think something's more influential than it might be, or just to even influence them to support it. The bigger the number, the more people want to be involved with something.
The stock value of the song is what's really being because they're shopping this song around. And if this song go from gold might be worth this much money, but platinum is worth this much money.
There are diminishing returns, though. There are such thing. Like when you get to 25 million, is 30 million really a big difference, right? If you have something that has such a big, if I have $1 billion, is 1.1 billion really that much of a difference, right? So there's diminishing returns. If you have something that's maybe mid, something that's not viral, something that's not going up, it might be best to push it up a little bit, right? So it's more in people's face. But people were literally 24/7 live streaming that entire beef. It is people that actually went from nobody's to somebody's just because of that, just because they were fucking lying in some cases about the beef, right? That fed a lot of people, bro, by itself. So maybe it was inflated, but was it even really necessary? You feel me? I don't know if it was even necessary to do it just because of that. It wasn't shit going on at the time either. You got to think about the climate we was in. Everything was dropping on those weekends and shit like that. I think it would have went up regardless. So I think it could be negligible how much it was actually boosted to me.
Yeah, but it turns into a pissing contest, though. That's the issue. I think financial returns not really the end goal when it comes to that. When you're talking about the tip of the spear, I mean, what percentage of artists are buttering their bread from stream money anyway? You're talking about a handful of people. The people under the radar that aren't doing crazy streams like that. They're out touring, they're selling merch, meet and greets, they're doing stuff like that. So I think when you're talking about that extra 5 million streams, that's all bragging rights. That's just a pissing contest.
Yeah, and the thing about it is when you're talking about artists that big, we're not talking about small streaming money anymore. We're talking about sponsorships. We're talking about business relationships. We're talking about shit like that, and numbers matter when that comes into play.
My client did 1 million views in 24 hours.
The thing
sounds beautiful.
That's both of your clients. They both on the UMG. it makes no sense to destroy one of your artists over the other. That's kind of where I have a conflict in that, because it makes no sense. Drake is probably Drake cutting on
Sometimes you
lights
have
over
to
there, right?
cut the thumb so it don't destroy the hand.
I don't agree with that in this case, bro. I don't think UMG. I don't think it makes sense to
If Drake
favor
is
one or the other.
attacking UMG and suing them for money,
That was before all that.
Maybe it's time to let this nigga go.
I'm talking about before, when the beef was going on, though. You feel me?
Yeah, but they created that independent of the label. You know what I'm saying? The label don't have shit to do with, you know, their personal issue with each other. And I think they got caught into a situation where, you know, it's got to be him or him.
Yeah, maybe Drake not worth as much money anymore because of this beef. Maybe his stock portfolio went down. Maybe these label heads were watching it live just like us and was like, "Oh shit, we might have to let Drake go. This might be the night that we, you know, liquidate Drake stock."
I think the public's reaction to the battle is what definitely pushed them towards one side. And it was clear before Not Like Us even came out that Kendrick was leading the battle, in my opinion. And I think a lot of people's opinion that were at least publicly online and going viral, the labels were like, hold on, what? He coming up on a contract renewal soon? Actually, you're not worth it anymore. So, you know, I do see his point where he's like, oh, they try to devalue me. It's like, no, not that they tried to devalue you. You were devalued during the rap battle that you should not have sparked up. Therefore, they no longer deem you valuable. Therefore, your contract is looking kind of slim.
And it wasn't even just the songs either. It was the way that Dot released them. It was the way that he played his hand of cards. Not that he had a better hand of cards. It's the way that he played it. He stepped on old boy shit.
Yeah,
you know?
Family Matters.
So they're like, damn, bro, this was slick. That was a good move.
I would also make the argument that Drake's celebrity has always been based on his friends. And when that beef was going on, no one wanted to stand next to Drake.
That's why he's so hurt about it too. Like, what did I miss? Where was y'all at when I was going through this and that? It's like, well,
I thought we was brothers, LeBron. What the fuck?
You was going through them child thing allegations.
Yeah,
and no
ain't
one was
nobody trying to be
next to
around
you.
that. Especially when Diddy was going through his case. And it's like, hold on, are you another one? Huh?
It was just all bad, man. And you just gotta understand, I wasn't trying to be next to you in no photos as long as that was going on.
Yeah, that's a bad look too. When you're looking for somebody to jump in, and it's just Kendrick by himself, not needing nobody. You know, that's a bad look. Hey, optics are everything, especially when it comes to this kind of shit.
Yeah, like he's not looking like the dude that he tries to portray in his raps. So you know.
Yeah, he was living high off that Meek Mill evacuation. Like it was hard to fucking best Meek Mill in a rap battle. That was sad to me, man. I was hoping Meek was gonna fucking come on, Meek.
He should come on, Philly, come on, like you let me Toronto boy. Like,
See, with that Meek Mill battle, that was all hype. War Pain was the better song to me personally. To this day, War Pains was the better song. It's just that other one had everything it needed. The baseball fight. Everything came together at the same time for that man.
And then he played it back to back at every fucking concert.
Exactly.
It turned him into a meme. Meek Mill has not been the same since.
Literally. I'm like, that's why I'm like, bro, you can't even be mad. It just came back to bite you with that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I saw you do this to somebody else.
Yeah, like now you feeling what he went through, but it's on a bigger level because you are higher in your career at this point. If anything, you probably peaked already.
Nobody except OVO affiliates really came to Drake's defense, and I think that says a lot about his character. I mean, that's what Joe Budden always going on rants about. Don't you remember he had that rant about, you know, Drake messing with everybody's chick. Then he messed with Wayne chick while he was in prison and all this other shit.
And then got his face tatted. Like, come on.
You moving funny. That's why nobody coming to your defense, dog. You know, my chick's DMs, bro. It's like infamous how much he be in D. He probably fucking gave up his Instagram. He probably got a fucking person to handler to handle his, because he's just addicted to DMing You know what I mean? So
And it wasn't just like famous people too. It'll be like regular dudes like, yo, if I like your girl, then that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it was a trend.
And the girl that's on Party Next Door's P4 album, there was a whole drama with that too. The dude was like, yo, that's supposed to be my girl. Like, so I'm like, oh, everybody in your crew just run like this. Sleazy old guys, got it.
Didn't Kyrie's old girl go out on him with PND?
Yeah, Kaylon, or that one of them lied and said that they had a crossover in the timeline, but apparently it wasn't. But people didn't believe that. It was like once that was out there, it was like, oh, well, she's one of those for the streets.
For the streets. Like shot Future.
But yes, they are always messy when it comes to women in that situation.
Shout out Kyrie, bro.
Right. I'm like, damn, Kyrie, I feel so bad. Yeah. And not knowing these dudes at OVO just always playing around.
Yeah, it's a bad look, bro.
Well, because they don't like women. So
yeah. I agree. I honestly think that's
man, shots fired.
They like accordingly. They like each other more than that. You see them.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
Whenever they at the little island they go to, it's 20 niggas. No,
they love each other
on the
they
yacht.
Love each other. Mm-hmm. And that's that's the
and I'm okay with it.
That's that's what I'm saying.
I'll support it. Hey, what am I gonna say? Like, hey.
I was gonna hit one of these fucking soundboard buttons, but I'll leave it alone for now.
Hey, you see that? Did you see the DMs that Axe shared between him and Drake? It was like a week and a half ago or something like that.
Yeah, man.
Good lord, bro.
The glazing, bro, is insane, bro. Y'all need some wives at this point, bro. You need a beard or something. That's bad. That was a terrible fucking look, bro. But yeah, I think Cloud hit it, bro. Like, if that's your thing, that's your thing. But stop flooding us with all the bullshit. Stop being fucking DM hounds and breaking up happy homes, bro. Stop it. Any last thoughts on the Spotify? What do we think will come of it? Will there be any significant changes? Last thing I got on this. Will there be any significant changes y'all think with streaming in general, with the practices of Spotify? Sorry about that. Do y'all think anything will happen beyond that?
Nah, but they need to pay me. They need to pay artists more.
Yeah.
And they won't. But they need
what is it, Cloud? Isn't it like a 0.006 cents per stream or some shit like that?
Something like that, but they raised it not too long ago, but they also capped it so that you don't earn any money until you hit like 1,000 streams.
Yeah, they always finding loopholes. Oh, we did something great.
Yeah, they gonna fuck with your money. Yeah, man. I hope some significant changes do come, with the big one being artists getting paid what they worth, or even just more people releasing their stuff independently. Man, we just seen that. The one thing I don't got it on the list, but the guy had the CDs outside of what was it? Where the fuck he was at in California? You put in the thing, Cam. The guy had old school CDs and shit. But you know,
that kid from LA, he's hilarious, bro.
It was CD.
He was outside of Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah, with the pressed up CDs. I haven't seen that forever. Take me back in the day when
he kind of got busy too.
Yeah, he got busy, bro. Start pressing up CDs again. They don't even got CD players in the fucking cars anymore. But press them bitches up. I'll buy one from you. All right, let's move on. What I got next? Let's get the crash dummy out the way real quick, I guess.
Hey, Dad.
And setting history for the first time on this fairly new platform, for the second historic time, we have the one and only Big Draco, aka Soulja Boy, aka I threaten my phone every fucking 5 seconds, and I ain't gonna play all of this.
What's up? Tell your team to up. You can't even put up more than 5K. I'll shoot you in your face. Better watch your mouth. Over here bothering my peace. Y'all bums, boy. Use a screenshot this page, boy. I swear to God, I'm gonna find this. On my mama, I'm gonna find you. Watch.
Bro. Nobody see you, bro.
I don't know, some random ass.
My son Matt, he got no motion, bro. It's tight. Tay, let me freaking peek, man. Let me freaking peek. Double tap, man.
Watch. How much you want to bet I find this?
What's going on? Oh my God, you go for your ass up, bro. Get over my screen, Clan. You ain't getting no more screen time from me, goofy.
I don't know that. Do not be invite me. That's why. If we battle one-on-ones, that's cool. Don't be invite me to no.
That's my fault. Not seriously.
Don't do that. I don't with these, bro.
Alright, my fault. Yo, Mello.
Motherfucker crashed out over a TikTok game.
Yo.
Who crashed? Nigga, the up.
And you heard that right. He is crashing out over a TikTok game. This 35-year-old man is on TikTok with a bunch of random people, the so-called biggest superstar of our generation. Soulja Boy, Big Draco, is out here cussing people and threatening his phone again. And, of course, he set the record for most threats on a telephonic device without busting a grape in a fruit fight, right? This man threatens his phone. He threatens other people. He said, I haven't heard a single person say Soulja Boy has knocked out anybody, has punched anything. He probably weighs as much as a pit bull on crack, right? He does not have any kind of reputation for being a tough guy. He's from Mississippi and lies about being from Atlanta. My brother, grow up. And the worst part of this is your son is actually right there. I believe that's his son that had the little helmet on, right? You're doing all this cussing and threatening in front of your kids, dog. It needs to stop. And then you're doing, what is this, 2008, counting the same money over and over and over and over again, bro. First and foremost, people with real money have debit cards. They have credit cards. They have accountants. They have people that balance budgets from them, bro. Nobody is impressed with you counting the same roll of money you've probably had since 2008 over and over and over again and flipping it over like a big worm, like Smokey did Big Worm and Friday, bro. That's what the fuck you're doing right now, right? So stop it, bro. Grow up. Peter Pan syndrome is over, but we appreciate you setting history on this platform for being a repeat performer for fucking crash out and crash dummy of the week. So for this, Soulja Boy, take your car crash and get your life together, young brother. I hate to see it. Don't make it a third time, homeboy. All right, what else we got here? We got the DOD. Y'all want to go and listen to some music, man?
Yeah.
Let's
I was the
do it.
first one to get crash out of the week on Hip Hop Hot Society. First
Fuck
rapper
them
ever.
niggas. They don't even got no. And I got more money than all them.
First rapper ever do it.
They ain't got no money. I'm gonna count this money over again. All right, we got this week. We got Mr. Ripley, Rock City Gunner, Cost of Lames. Brother sent this to me. Actually, might get him on the platform, but we're gonna go ahead and play this joint. Like, actually, let me take this banner off, bro. We done with that topic, and let's get it going. Make sure you mute your mics.
We're gonna find out if we get him on the platform.
That is true, but mute your mics and let's listen to Cost of Lames remix.
A lot of these dudes, don't matter how much money you got or have got, you still would claim at one point and money don't unlame a lane. Money do not unlame a lane.
These niggas didn't know me, only choice they had to hate me. And these niggas had to jump me, cause alone they couldn't break me. Epitome of greatness, no allegiance to that fake shit. This was way more than poetry. Whenever you hear me speaking, how do you officialize what's in front of your eyes? Especially when you smart and you attached to street ties. I'm afraid, but never afraid of that falling. Just afraid that y'all will understand a nigga that's ballin'. I was raised within poverty, no rats and roaches, Mr. Critical. So please be aware what you approach. Say it right when you mention my name. And say it tight. Dog bark, cat scratch, but gunner stands and fight. Not once, but twice, my nigga. Stay at night. I've done wrong so much that I'm starting to think it's right. Rules are made to be broken, it's only right. I create change instead of accepting. Enemy games, it's all lame. It's one life to figure it out. No applause. Too late to second guess it when you rapping gauze. What you consider winning is another man lost. It all depends on what you go through, plus all of your flaws, nigga. Yeah. Put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth on the barrel while I give you all that business, bitch. Ain't no room for no losses. Listen, just bigger bosses. They said that stress keep building up with no progress. Only see problems as a result. Mental concept. What transpired back then, dog, is still haunt me. A day in the life of 5 monkeys. Snakes say they never fake. You got to know how they do. Watch every move they make, especially when they out to make you. It ain't a movie. If it was, I guess it'll be take 2. In other words, you better watch what you do. And it's times better peep reality. Y'all see it coming. Timelines of fatal casualties. Trust and lost many. How come me and that semi? Not because it's trending, but because I ain't trying to be missing. Niggas, I'm winning. Yeah. Listen, put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth on the barrel while I give you all that business, bitch. Ain't no room for no losses, just bigger bosses. And now y'all can figure out the cost of this shit. Put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth on the barrel while I give you all that business, bitch. Ain't no room for no losses, just bigger bosses. And now y'all can figure out the cost of this shit.
What's the cost of being lame? You wanna floss, you getting flamed. You a boss or a dame, you just lost, get out the game. Hit the bench, take a seat, can't compete with the elite. From the ballroom to the street, Mobb Deep with the heat. Heavy with the iron, you ain't a lion, you a sheep. Keep lying on beat, now you lying on the sheet. Chalk lined around your feet, tag on your toe. Got bad cause you a hoe, you wanna brag on your dough. Dollars don't fix it, you been a nitwit. Everybody laughing while they lowering your casket. Nobody's crying, you was a lying bastard. Frontin' like you had it, now you fool for the mag.
Put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth on the barrel while I give you all that business, bitch. Ain't no room for no losses, just bigger bosses. And now y'all can figure out the cost of this shit. Put your money where your mouth is, or put your mouth on the barrel while I give you all that business, bitch. Ain't no room for no losses, just bigger bosses. And now y'all can figure out the cost of this shit.
A lot of these dudes, don't matter how much money you got or have got, you still was lame at one point and DK. Money don't unlame a lame.
All right, there you have it, Mr. Ripley, featuring Rock City Gunna, Cost of Lames. And let's pull up, see who we got first on here. J Cloud, you on deck, brother. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't really like it. It was just kind of okay, like with everything. Very like middle of the road. I kind of like zoned out a little bit at a certain point. Yeah, man. It's not bad, but it's just not. Nothing stood out to me. That's
meh. Got a meh.
Yeah, so I, just off that, I got thumbs down.
Thumbs down it is. Womp, womp, womp. Oh, I'm next. Surprised myself. All right. What am I thinking? I think it was like, I agree with Cloud's assessment. It was kind of run of the mill. The hook was kind of ho-hum. You know what I'm saying? I honestly think this second cat, Rock City Gunna, kind of boosted that bitch. I was like, shit, throw another verse on there, bro. I was digging his verse.
Is that right, or is it swapped? I think because it says Rock City Gunna featuring Mr. Ripley. So I'm assuming Rock City Gunna is the first 2 verses and Mr. Ripley was the one at the end.
Correct. Mr. Ripley was for the first 2 verses, and then Rock City Gunna, even though it says it's his song or whatever, but Mr. Ripley's the one that sent it to me. So it says featuring him. I think he remixed his song actually, because I think it's another version of this. So I'm just kind of interchanging it.
Yeah, I was just clearing it up.
Oh, you got it. So I think, like I said, Rock City Gunna kind of elevated the song to me, kind of swayed it from neutral to maybe thumbs up for me. So that's what I'm gonna roll with, man. I'll give it a thumbs up. Next up, we got Hotep. You there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here. I enjoyed it. It wasn't. You did say it was kind of like middle of the road, run of the mill, and that's kind of true. I feel like I've heard that song before, but I did enjoy hearing the song again. I would like to hear some more from these people's catalog. This Mr. Ripley dude, he was interesting. He kind of did bring like a second wind, a second life to the song. But yeah, I would listen to the song again. I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
One thumbs up. Obi, what you got, bro?
Yeah, I'm also kind of in the middle, down the middle of the road on this one. We don't have a sideways thumb, so I got to make a choice. Whoever that last verse was definitely like kind of saved it for me, and I would be down to hear more from him. And I like the beat, so that's a plus. So I think I'm leaning thumbs up on this one, but it's like a lower end thumbs up for me.
Sound like fucking what's that dude named Fontano? It's a hard 6. Face ass.
Oh fuck.
So who's the deciding factor here, bro? Cam, what you got, man?
I like beats like that. I really like beats like that. They both got good voices. You know, cadence was cool, but the like the pen work was like non-existent. So, I mean, I listen to more stuff to see if they got more stuff with like, you know, better writing, better schemes, more metaphors and shit. It just, you know, lyrically, it's just like something anybody could have came up with. And then, like, personally for me, like, that's just, you know, that's like one thing that I really look at when I listen to music. When you get a crazy beat like that, like a crazy hard beat like that, I'm trying to hear you get busy, bro. But I mean,
he's torn, bro.
Nah, I gotta give it a thumbs down because I feel like they wasted the beat. But they got good voices and the cadence was cool. But like, I mean, the pen work was just like really like rudimentary. So
yeah, one of them sounded like Fat Ray from Bruiser. But yes.
Well, we got 2 down, 3 up. Lee, you the deciding factor.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna make it any better, but I agree with Cam as far as like I feel like the beat was packing a punch more than the bars were, and I do feel as though that's where I saw the potential. Like when I heard the beat, I was like, oh, okay, and then the content of the bars weren't really hitting like that. I feel similar to Cloud, where there was a moment where I feel like I kind of even dazed out. And then when that last verse came on, I was like, oh, hold on. They might be saying something. So whoever that was, man, it was Ripley or who that was
the other guy. I know what Mr. Ripley sound like.
Okay, that is what it should have been throughout the entire song. Like that type of delivery. And I also feel like for most of the song, I was like, I feel like he kind of sounds off beat. Like it's not meshing well. Like, and then once that last verse came on, I was like, Rock City Gunna, I was like, yeah, this is more given that alignment I was looking for. So unfortunately, it's a thumbs down for me. I can't give a midway. So you know, it is what it is.
That's not bad. I mean, what's that? Neutral. I don't even think I have a fucking soundboard sound for. What we got? What we got? This
all right. Like
yeah, right.
It's all right. All right. So 3. That's not bad. 3 up, 3 down. You got something there. I believe that beat was knocking. You know, you get the right person on that beat, man, and you definitely could kill it. Like I said, I just think maybe even a better hook might have boosted it, but. Wasn't bad. I would definitely check out more. And if you want to follow Mr. Ripley, I'm not sure. I think I think Rock City Gunna is also part of this collective, but Mr. Ripley's of Rulers Inc., a collective they got going on. There you go, right there. His Instagram is pulled up. Make sure y'all go follow the brother. Go check out some more music. See if it's for you. See if you like it. Enjoy it. That's pretty much the point of this whole platform, is to actually put y'all on to new music, because everything ain't for everybody. But you know, if you hear something there that you think you may like, enjoy, definitely check out a person's catalog, because you really can't do somebody justice with one song, right? You always got to check them out, give them a fair shake, right? So that's what I have right there.
Hey, did they have the beat maker titled in there?
Should have been in the song.
Yeah, it did.
Sound like a Stu Bangers beat.
Let's see, it should say who produced it on there.
It's kind of a crazy name. You might need to work on that name, but his beats are good.
Definitely. All right. Without further ado, though, let's keep it moving. You feel me? I think we're making good time tonight. We might get 5 hours of sleep tonight. On discussion, despite a consensus great year for hip hop releases with major drops from legendary artists, Mobb Deep, Clipse, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, the narrative of hip hop is dying due to lack of awards and chart placements. And I guess the question is, I'm going to present to y'all after I pull up this tweet. Anybody that says rap is dying because of chart placement is a government agent and not someone whose opinion I value. So that was kind of the consensus or the thought or the initial prompt that brought about this question I'm presenting to y'all. So my question is, once again, I repeat, is hip hop dying because of the lack of chart placement? Do y'all think, or is that some agent talk? What do y'all got?
No. I mean, we already touched it on this, like the other topic, but no, it's like everything is just spread a lot more thin. But yeah, no, bro, like some of the most legendary and impactful. And I spoke on this the other day. Some of the most legendary and impactful records didn't even touch the Hot 100. Like Clipse, grinding, like you could think of a ton of examples. Like the shit is not like reflective of culture, man. Like it's not.
Yeah.
No, hip hop is fine, bro. Like
I don't even know if most of the songs I listen to on the regular are in the Hot 100, whether even if they're new or not. So I do feel like to say that is you're making a decision to ignore all of the wins that hip hop has had. Like Clipse, their album, I feel like it's still it's been on repeat for me still, and I feel like the impact that they had was really great. Despite how the battle turned out for some Drake fans last year, that was a really exciting moment in hip hop. Like I feel like it also encouraged other people to get in the booth and go say what you gotta say. Like even with the stupid little Chris Brown and Quavo and all this, it was like a lot to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? It just you got the ladies going bar for bar. Like I do feel as though even outside of the rap beefs, there was just like a lot of excitement and a lot of people ready to like show like, oh, you know what? This is what rap sounds like. Like let me go give my version of what this sounds like. Joey versus Raekwon and everyone, like that was another exciting time. Like I don't know, and there's a lot of new emerging artists too that are like rising up, and underground artists that are just making their wave. So I feel like to say that is to be ignorant, in my opinion.
Facts. Agreed.
Yeah, it's funny, all this hullabaloo, which is a crazy word that I used, but let's go with it. Over a top 40, first of all. So it's just the 40 out of the 100. And there's already a song back in it from like Megan Thee Stallion or something I saw just the other day. So it was just 1 week of everybody going crazy. It's not a big deal at all.
Yeah. I mean, let's face it, the Hot 100, the top 40, that's really for pop records. You can clearly make a pop record that's hip hop, right? That you're rapping on, right? But at the end of the day, it's even the Megan Thee Stallion song that got on there, I believe you can more classify it as more of a poppy type of record. It's not like she's straight flowing bar for bar like a Mobb Deep or some shit, right? So to me, that's more music that's meant for, like we said earlier, like the kickbacks and shit like that. Some you don't regularly not necessarily listen to. That's what that's for to me. So I think hip hop is fine. I agree with Cloud. I think hip hop is fine. And I go even further and say a lot of people that are pushing that narrative are kind of exposing themselves, right? It's like when you ask somebody who their favorite rapper is and they name like, oh, Eminem, and start saying like fucking like 5 mainstream rappers, and that's all they know, right? All they know is who the radio tells them to like. Right. I think that's kind of what's at play here, is that people are exposing their lack of actual fandom for hip hop by actually being part of the culture. You feel me? So any other thoughts on that? Let me pull this up. I think I had a good video from Tony the Dome. I think he puts it good too in terms of talking about the quality.
A few days ago when I tweeted out that what the legends are doing right now in hip hop is amazing. Like, who would have thought over the last 5 years that the people, and I'm not talking about popularity, sales, streams per se, but I'm talking about just a lot of quality has come from the legend 80s and 90s MCs, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something to be said, and it's a beautiful thing, because a lot of times you hear that person sounds dated, or I don't want to hear nothing from this MC, and stuff like that is just so disrespectful a lot of times, man. But we think about right now, a Juice Crew album is coming out. You know what I'm saying? Produced by the RZA. Juice Crew dropping in the 80s, RZA dropping, obviously, well, he was out a little before he put Wu-Tang together, but let's just say 93 still with Wu-Tang and RZA. And we know his contribution to hip-hop. We know the Juice Crew, Big Daddy Kane, MC Shan, Cool G Rap, you know what I'm saying, Craig G, Master Ace, Roxanne Shante, all of this stuff is crazy, man. Marley Marl making beats. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna come out this year.
Okay. Kind of on the back of that, do y'all think the resurgence in hip hop has been led by the veterans, the old school cats? You feel me? Or are they just kind of not taking advantage, but kind of riding that wave on the resurgence of relevant hip hop? Because a lot of these people we haven't heard from in quite a while, right? So do y'all think one, it's the chicken egg conundrum, right? Are the legends actually the ones driving it, or are they just kind of, is everything trying to kind of come around, nothing new under the sun type of deal? What do y'all think?
It kind of feels like one of those two things can be true. Like some legends are like, taking note of what's going on and is like, yo, this might be the perfect time to get in on it. Right. While others may have already had it planned, and it's like, just coincidentally happens to be the time where, they can appear to be like, a leader in the space too, or at least motivate some other people. So that's how I feel.
It's not a bad take. Yeah. Anybody else?
I wouldn't particularly say they're leading the way, but they're definitely contributing in a major way. And especially with some of the names that are like on the board right there, right? But there's a lot of names outside of those main ones that have been putting out some good content. So again, I don't think they're leading the wave, but they're adding to it in a great way.
Big facts. I mean, to me, it's just great to see the ageism in hip hop kind of die. You feel me? At least to a certain extent. I mean, the young kids still gonna listen to what they listen to. I mean, music is kind of generational to a certain extent, but it's good to see that they're actually putting out music, and hopefully that stays consistent and not just like a one-off thing. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop has been the one genre I think where we throw away our legends, and it's good to see like them actually making relevant music and not sounding dated. Shit sound good and everything. You feel me? So I'm interested to hear what the Juice Crew shit sound like. I ain't gonna lie, I hear Roxanne Shante on the Sirius. I'll be like, she still got that Melly Mel type old school. So, hopefully she can adapt it a little bit, but I'm very curious to hear the Juice Crew join if that actually does come to fruition. You feel me? Any last thoughts on that topic right there?
Any of you guys hear about that Dynamic Duos album from Eric Sermon? That's supposed to have like Salt and Pepper on it, and then like Method Man and Redman and stuff like that. That's like, yeah. So I've been waiting on that one for kind of a minute.
Man, fuck Eric Sermon, bro.
Yeah, he's
fuck
doing
Eric
some
Sermon,
of
bro.
that AI shit now.
Nah, man, fuck Eric Sermon. But we listen. One of these days we'll get into that topic. But yeah, fuck that guy, man. Fuck that guy.
We found your Lupe. We found your fucking.
Nah, bro. Nah. Like, genuinely, fuck that guy. We'll get it. We'll get into that one day, or it'll become a topic.
I got you. I'm just good to hear. We ain't the only one. You can't talk shit. When I talk shit about Lupe, I don't hear nothing. Be quiet.
Yeah, Lupe ain't a fucking thief, but like I said,
man, Shots fired. All right, let's go back. Let's get on another topic, man. At least kind of, I think it's a good pivot actually. Underground hip hop. So I got this pulled up here. Schoon, kind of a fucking hip hop hater. He one of them old ranty ass men. But I think he made a good point right here. Underground is where it belongs. Underground gives talent a chance to shine. Underground means less money and less competition. The gimmick artists, I think he meant gimmick artists will tap out quickly. And that was in relation to the earlier topic, or kind of on the same vein of hip hop dying. He kind of bigged up underground. So what do y'all think about the sentiment that he shared? Should hip hop remain like an underground thing? Do y'all think hip hop shines better underground? And honestly, do a lot of people even know what really underground hip hop is? Because I've seen some wild takes about what people consider underground hip hop. So, is hip hop best underground in the streets? You feel me? What do y'all think?
I don't agree with that. That shit's corny. And just the whole like, oh, I want as few people to know about something that I like as possible, so it can remain pure to me. Like, fuck out of here, man. I want people to. Me personally, I want people to succeed. I want people to, get to as many ears as they can. But it's like at the same time, you don't want those people to have to sacrifice a part of themselves or compromise. You want everybody that you like to be able to do what they do in an unfiltered kind of way. But I don't like I'm not gonna say like I want everybody that I listen to stay underground. Like that's corny. Or that I want the whole genre to stay underground. Like I don't agree with that, and I don't think that it needs to be that way. But that's a whole like elitist kind of mindset.
It's fair enough.
No, I think it's good to have it spread out all over the place. It's good in all different variations. And as somebody that spends a lot of time listening to underground music and people that have 10 listeners per month, right? My whole thing is that I'm trying to shine a light on people and trying to lift this music up and give these guys, get more money in their pockets, get more, ears listening to good music. And that's the whole point. Like, underground's great, but we're also trying to boost good music regardless.
Yeah, that's just corny, because it's like when certain people push past the underground, that brings everybody else up. You know what I'm saying? That opens up possibilities for other people. So I don't fuck with that.
Especially when it's regional too. Because you find out somebody's from a specific place, and more often than not, they're all tapped in with other artists in that same area. So it's not like one person comes up without bringing a couple people with them from the same area, like puts a whole area on. So that I think there's a lot of like personal gatekeeping with people that think they know about an artist that you don't know about. Does that make sense? And there's some sort of I don't know. There's like an ego attached to some people about that. Like, I know about so and so, you don't even know. Like
you ain't even up on it. You ain't even up on it.
Yeah, like that shit. That shit is mad corny. Like, you just got to put people on to good music and just
niggas that don't even make music having an ego about music that they listen to. Man, fuck out of here.
And it's like, are you truly a fan if your goal is to just gatekeep? Like, you should be trying to spread that music, to other people's ears, versus trying to box what you consider to be your favorite underground artist. I don't know how they could be your favorite, and you're trying to, constrain how many people listen to them.
One of the things I do love about a full panel, right? I get to play fucking devil's advocate and shit. I love that shit. But on that same vein, right? Are there certain artists who you would hate to hear on like some main? Because we all know once you go mainstream, there's certain expectations as far as your music. It can change the way your fucking music sound, right? Some people went mainstream and shit don't sound shit like their underground shit, right? So certain artists that maybe you probably should maybe be those people that stay under, like the Vinnie Paz's of the world. You feel me?
Yeah, that ain't happening. That ain't happening, and I hope it don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't necessarily think it's all bad to remain underground. If your trajectory is to go mainstream, that's your goal, great. But I do think it's some inherent value in some people remaining underground. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think that's what
OT ain't getting no radio play, bro. This is what it is, bro.
Yeah, bro. The people that go mainstream are the people that always had the potential to go mainstream in the first place. Like you're not hearing a Vinny Paz like fucking doing a song with like Taylor Swift. Like that's just, there's no world in where that makes sense.
You're killing my dreams, man.
But I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying though, because you look at people that came up and got more mainstream, and like their whole entire like the type of music that they make completely like went out the window. Like when Millie's was coming up, he was just doing like street rap shit. And then once he got put on, like it's all Loverboy rap, and I can't stand it. I couldn't really, I wasn't like a huge fan prior to that, but like seeing the difference, like the target audience, like the type of, he was like a street rapper, and now it's all Loverboy club shit. And he lost a lot of potential loyal listeners that, thought he was gonna do what got him to the show. And you see it pretty often. But
even then, even someone like that, there's still glimmers of like they would do what it takes to make mainstream shit.
Yeah,
like,
no,
you know
absolutely,
what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Yeah, when I say there's like, like I was referring to like Vinny Paz, bro. Like there's no world in where Vinny Paz is gonna make shit like this sounds like it's coming from Atlantic.
Yeah, there's no amount of money you could give him either.
Yeah. But it just wouldn't even work. Like that's just not the type of that's not the type of artist he is. Like even if he wanted to, that just wouldn't work. Like with Millie's, he's like a little bit more like he could do something like that. I don't like it. I don't.
Yeah, it's a little bit more topical. Vinny,
but I get it.
Yeah, Vinny will be like, "What do you mean I can't rap about the Nephilim?"
And I think some people completely ruined their brand going mainstream, or at least nowhere near as successful as they was when they were like bubbling in the streets or bubbling underground. Like I've hated Gucci since he's been a fucking mainstream artist. He's been fucking terrible to me, mainstream,
but that whole genre became mainstream, bro. So it's kind of like that was really the natural progression.
Yeah, I guess so to a certain extent, some people even try and fail to go main. They're trying, like you said, Millie's trying to change his sound. Fucking that Dobie shit I just reviewed, that shit when you sounding like fucking YFN Lucci. It's like, bro, you from fucking Cleveland. Why the fuck do you sound like this, bro? You didn't sound like this for the other 6 years. So I think people kind of ruin their brand. I guess it kind of exposes like, that they in it for maybe the money. We all got to eat, but I think once you compromise your art to get that dollar, get that money, I think it shows a different aspect of yourself, and it kind of dilutes your music to a certain extent. Part of music is feeling like you getting the authentic part of person. It's very personal, right? And so once you proven that you just would do anything for the buck, it kind of fucks up your catalog to me. You feel me? So yeah, it's part of my little rant, my little soapbox. Speaking of mainstream, play this little video. I hate Septum Rings so much.
I'm glad that hip hop is not in the top 40. I'm glad that there are no hip hop songs in the top 40 on Billboard, because way too many of y'all have access to it. Y'all have been mistreating, misusing, and abusing hip hop for decades now. It's become a matter of capitalistic gain and not uplifting communities, telling stories, actually sharing faith and understanding in oneself, speaking on resistance, on restructuring, on revolution, using melodies and beats to describe landscapes that only really exist in museums, that only truly exist in one's imagination, right? I'm glad it's not in the top 40 anymore, because way too many of y'all have garnered or gained some sort of access to our safe space, our altar. Take it off a Billboard and put it back into the CD club, the rundown warehouse, the house party, the DJ. Let's go back to the analog days, right? The days where your disconnection from technology means that you tapped into source in a deeper way. Let's go back to that. So no, I'm not mad hip-hop is not in the top 40, because it's bigger than any list can quantify. It's bigger than any spread on a magazine cover can really capture. So I'm okay with hip hop not being in the top 40 because it's bigger than that.
Take it back to the club, the CD club, hole in the walls, huh? What do y'all think about that?
Man, it's cool and all, but keep that spoken word bullshit delivery to yourself. You know what I mean? That shit bugs me. That shit bugs me, dog. Like I can feel the narcissism when she talks, bro. She could be right about a lot of stuff, but sometimes it's not the message, it's the messenger.
Yeah. Let's talk about the sentiment, brother. What is the sentiment? What do you think about that? Of getting out of the technology, getting out of the fucking.
As you're posting a video on social media about it, you know.
Damn, like fuck off.
Well, bro,
she trying to meet us where we at, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It's
On
all a
social
bunch
media.
of it's all a bunch of fucking mumbo jumbo, bro. Just promote the music that you like, man.
Thanks,
like just promote
I
the
feel
shit
like-
that you like. And
yeah.
stop entertaining a lot of the bullshit that like people want to have all these debates about like just promote the shit that you like, bro. The charts do not fucking matter.
Yeah, and this was an opportunity. I feel like if she really wanted to make the video better, it would have been an opportunity to say like, well, here are some artists that actually do the things that I'm saying in this video. Like shine light on those people that you think need to be listened to that push that agenda. You know, and everyone has their preference for hip hop. Not everyone always wants to listen to like, hey, Negro, we gotta go and fight. Because they're trying to get us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they're listening to it because they want to escape and feel like, yeah, man, I get money and I fuck bitches, even if I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do get, like, I'm like, with her point, I do think she could have said, hey, here are some people that actually push this agenda and like really care about the deep roots of hip hop. Because the deep roots are meant to be cared about as well. There's just some people have their preference. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, business, and that's kind of what I think we got the nostalgia topic on there, but that's kind of like everything wasn't like revolutionary fight. There was Biz Markie talking about, oh baby, you know what I'm saying? Like we had fucking comedic breaks. You had fucking people, Kid and Play running around talking about they ain't gonna hurt nobody. You feel me? Everything wasn't like fucking super revolutionary. We finna take over the man. Fuck capitalism. Fucking rhetoric, bro. That clearly was not the fucking case, right? But I think when we have those rose-colored glasses, right, when we look at the past, that kind of what happens. You know, hip hop just needs to be balanced. At the end of the day, you need to have just as much ratchet shit as you do have knowledgeable shit. You need to have just as much party shit as you have introspective shit. That's all. Just balance it, and the balance just thrown off a little bit. I think that's all. You feel me? Any last thoughts on that topic, bro? All right. And then this is just kind of reiterating what y'all was saying, Kendrick Lamar, all these people that came from underground, whatever. But let's get into the next topic about rap performances. I got him pull up the homie Ice Cube OG.
That shit. Spend all your money for the fucking tickets. Pay for parking. You done got your hair did. You done got an outfit and shit. And you gotta come to the show and sing all the fucking words, man. Come on, man. Damn. I hate performers half the show they like this.
Oh, I hate that.
Some bullshit, man. I can't even hear you rap, motherfucker. I'm doing half the song. You know what I mean? That shit.
I love old man rants at rap shows, yo.
You hear old girl in the background. I spent all that money.
Damn right. I hate that shit. He ain't wrong though.
Definitely. But what y'all do? Do y'all agree? Is the crowd interact? I mean, we can attack both sides of the coin, right? Is that laziness or is that crowd interaction, right? Can you pull that off where it's like, yo, y'all, you know, I say something because you do have call and repeat. That's part of DJ shit back in the day. They used to do that shit. Oh, the ladies, but you know what I mean? They still have that shit in hip hop, right? Is like maybe making or having people recite your lyrics if you have a very popular song. Is that part of the performance? What do y'all think?
I mean, it can be, but I think there's not like a direct correlation between being like a music artist and being a performer. Those are like separate skills, you know. You gotta know when you're like recording and making the music. You're not out in front of everybody. So I gotta throw some people some bail because they might not be as inclined to interact with people like that. It's something you're gonna have to get comfortable with when you get to a certain level. But I mean, obviously, Q is really good at that.
Oh, look at Obi's video. What I got this in here? I don't even know. Oh, I guess it's about performance, right? What do y'all makes a good performance? You feel me?
Yeah, I think there's a time and sorry.
No, go ahead.
I think there's a time and a place for having that kind of call and response, or like Ice Cube was talking about, where you hold the mic out, right, and have the fans sing. But I think there is a lot of performers that do that shouldn't be doing that too. You know, I've seen a lot of people do that are not the headliner, or
they like, got to know the words of your song.
I mean, yeah, where the crowd clearly doesn't know the words. It's like just perform for us, please, yeah, because I don't know yeah. But if you're like and I think younger audiences, it works a little bit more too. Personally, as I've gotten older, I've had less interest in like singing along at the same time. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I feel like younger kid audiences, like when I watch a Playboy Cardi clip, those kids are going crazy. They love that stuff. He doesn't even have to speak. So, I think it just depends on the artist and the crowd too.
I don't know how the fuck they know what he's saying, bro. Anybody else? How can you recite a Playboy Cardi song? Y'all understand them fucking lyrics? I'm just on my old man rant shit too. I don't know what the fuck Playboy Cardi be saying, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I'm on my old man rant. So I guess, is it a thinly veiled shot, y'all think, with Ice Cube being West? We know who likes to do the whole like crowd sing my song shit, right? That Canadian again, right? Is that like a thinly veiled shot? I think
that Canadian again. Speaking of as someone that has been to the Canadians concert, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of work, man. You need to pay me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think it's okay to have those moments that it's like, yo, this is the one. Y'all gotta sing it with me. You know what I'm saying? But I do think crowd engagement can be done in different ways. Like, Ice went up there and just got people laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one way to get people, like, command the attention in the room, command the attention when you're on the stage. It doesn't always have to be, oh, y'all know this one, right? Yeah, let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit of that, but it's a little bit of you're the artist, so you got to find those creative ways to really, whether it's having dancers on the stage, whatever, the moving images, you got to figure out that way to command the attention, because everyone is already on these phones, and as easy as they can record you, they can go scrolling somewhere else and you lose their attention. You know what I'm saying?
Scrolling at a concert.
Yeah, I'd like to know who Cube is kind of thinking of in that moment, because I've seen him live, and he is a stage commander. Like, he really does. You might have to wait an extra 30 to 40 minutes before he hits the stage from the act before him, but it's going to be worth it because he's going to be going the whole time. It's a good show, a lot of energy. So, like, it's interesting that he's calling it out, because he is on the other end a great performer live.
Yeah. I mean, it's part of experience, right? A lot of people don't have that stage presence no more, where they just go up on stage. I mean, look at, I hate to call it out, but Ice Spice, you know what I mean? Just go up there and shake your ass, and you know what I mean? Like, some people don't have that command, and they're rapping over their own vocals these days, your own track. You feel me? People was just amazed at that last verses where Juvenile was rapping every fucking song without tracking, not a reference, nothing. He just rapping, right? Now that's uncommon, right? That's like, oh shit, you're killing it now. Same thing when Jadakiss did it at his verses. You feel me? And they used to that shit. You feel me? A lot of these newer artists, I don't think are even used to doing that. Like, can the Playboy Cardi really rap without his vocals in the background? Does he do it just straight up? I don't know. You feel me?
He does too many drugs to do that. So there's that answer. I don't think so.
Man, every time I see a video of Ice Spice performing live, bro, it makes me sad, bro.
It's bad.
It's like when you go to it's like I won't go to a zoo. I won't go to a zoo because all those animals are like doped up. They got all that. They got the tiger on Xanax and shit. And I was supposed to be like, oh, look at the tiger, bro. It looks like she's performing at the end of a gun. Like someone got a pistol to her head. She got Eeyore energy, and I feel bad for her.
You know what's crazy? When she first lost weight, so many people were like, "Oh, that's it." Like she lost her sex appeal. That's it. And then I feel like she literally put back on weight because of the bullying. And not, like healthy weight, but still, it's like, was it really healthy for your mental? Like you're doing it because you lost your edge.
That's crazy. And she did. I see what you're saying too, Cam. I see them clips, man, and it's just like, all right, let me go shake my ass again. It's like handing the mic to chick at Magic City. You feel me? Like, this is not cool, bro.
It's like a soulless twerk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, soulless. I gotta do this shit again. I should have went to DeVry. Fuck, I should have got that IT certification. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just looks so soulless. And I do really feel sorry for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like she's put herself in a hole, not to single her out, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes you pigeonhole yourself into a certain aesthetic and you get stuck there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it sucks because, like, what if she is capable of like true introspection? It's too late. That ship has sailed. Ain't nobody gonna take that shit serious now. And it's like, I mean, if you're like personally, that's gotta be like fucking depressing as shit. What does that do for your self-esteem? It's like yeah, you got on being a like a sex icon and eye candy that makes bops for city girls and shit like that, but you really got some serious shit to say, ain't nobody gonna listen. That's not what you're here to do.
That first video in the deli, that's all people see. Like with your signature move, that's literally it. So you put the introspective rap behind it, it's gonna be that.
Yeah, they're gonna hate it, but I mean, you can, if you're talented enough, you can. Doja Cat did it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Doja Cat, literally, her first song was that Tiger shit, or at least the first one that made major, where she was fucking shaking ass. You know what I'm saying? That was like the big song she had, but she was talented enough. She lost weight, did the same thing Ice Spice did, and then was still able to make good music, right? So I think if you're talented enough, you can survive it. You feel me? But you got to have that talent. You got to actually love music and be good at making music. So I'm just not sure if she could pull that off. You feel me? So
right. It's like when actors get typecasted. It's like we don't want to see certain people play certain roles. Like, or it's like, if they do, it's like, I can't take you serious, Jim Carrey. Why are you trying to be like scared? Why are you trying to do this right? Scary or even serious? Like, no, go back to the humor.
You can pull it off. That's what I'm saying. To Jamie Foxx, the big example, right? You can pull it off if you got the talent.
Right.
Yeah, you can, bro. I mean, look at Adam Sandler. He was just. Have you guys seen Uncut Gems, the gambling movie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
He killed that shit, bro. Like, and it forced people to actually like look at him like an actual actor. And the same thing happened with Dwayne Johnson just now when he did the biopic on Mark Kerr, the Smashing Machine. Yeah. Destroyed it. Crazy good performance. Like, I'll be surprised if he don't get an Oscar for that. So when you see somebody break out of that pigeonhole, that's cool. I clap. I'm like, that's cool, because a lot of people don't.
Did you just say biopic?
It was a biopic.
I think it's biopic, bro.
Yeah, I think biopic is like a medical.
Tomato, dog. What do you think?
Biopic.
It's a podcast, bro.
Hey, I ain't peeping though. That was
be entertaining.
That was smooth like a motherfucker.
I was like, it must be your accent. I don't know.
Keep it moving.
I got an accent. Wait, I got an accent. Somebody told me that shit too.
To me, at least.
Like? Yeah.
She from New York. Everybody got an accent. From New York City. Everybody got it. All right. Next topic we got at hand. Last before we get into our sleeper picks. The nostalgia play. I think we actually touched on this a little bit earlier, but were music and musicians truly better back in the day? or do we got some nostalgia run amok, recency bias type of shit, or the opposite of recency bias, I should say. I remember telling my mother, man, music was so much better in the 80s. My mom laughed at me and said, Josh, you only like the music that survived the 80s. Not gonna lie, that stuck with me. So, and that is kind of true to a certain extent. You don't remember the shitty music in the 80s, right? When you think back to the 80s, you're gonna remember the good music, just like you do the 90s, right? So we do that all the time in hip hop. Oh, 90s hip hop was so much better. Early 2000s hip hop was so much better. Was it truly better? Were musicians in general truly better back in the day, or do we kind of look back with them rose-colored glasses, like I said earlier? What do y'all think?
I feel like there's times where I go back and listen to music from like the early 2000s, or even like some of these rappers that people consider to be the top 10 and whatever, and I'm like, these bars were like ABC bars, you know what I'm saying? Like, we was really eating this up. Wow. Like, so I do think, I think a part of it is just being caught up in the nostalgia, and like as people are like getting used to hearing new sounds, like how Playboi Carti used to sound 10 years ago is not how he sounds now. You get me? And there's some people that just can't adapt to that new sound. They're like, no. So to them, it's like this, 2015 or 20, whatever. It's crazy that we're calling that 10 years ago, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, that was the good music. But, we fast forward to 10 years from now, the YNs, as they call them, will be saying, oh no, you should have heard Cardi back in 2025. That was the best era, blah, blah, blah. So I do think it's a nostalgia play. And I do think if we all were honest and went and listened to like not just mainstream shit, just like what was being pumped out and what was, by different artists, you'll be like, okay, there were bangers, but there were definitely low moments.
Yeah, everything was not great. I went back. Man, you don't even got to go that far back. I went to some of Wayne's like mid catalog when he's supposed to be spitting his best, and I was like, I don't know if I'm maturing or this isn't as great.
We were high, dog. We were really high, bro.
Yeah, Wayne is one of those perfect examples.
I don't know. This sounded a lot better in 08. I don't know about this.
Yeah, bro. That ecstasy we was popping, that made everything sound good, bro.
Yeah, I agree. But also in the other sense, like if you just look at the music tree, right? I will say this: like, is there a Prince of this fucking generation? I watched that motherfucker sing his ass off for like 20 minutes and then grab a guitar and rip that bitch for like 5 minutes. Like, do you have a person that like super music tree like that? You feel me? That it just lives and breathes the shit. Also, that's outside of hip hop, but y'all think in general, you know what I'm saying? Musicians overall don't have that musical training like they used to have. That fire in the belly.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I mean, Blood Orange. I mean, we've discussed him on the platform before, but like, there's not a lot of people like him. So,
I mean, like mainstream. The only one that like comes to mind is like fucking Bruno Mars. Maybe he plays a bunch of instruments, don't he?
Yeah, I seen him play like the piano. I don't know if he plays any guitar or bass or anything. Does he? I'm not sure. I know he plays the piano though. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's like the super great. I haven't seen him live. Anybody seen that cat live, man? Yo, I seen some cats on Under the Radar, that look like Morris Day in the Time. Y'all see that one I'm talking about?
I saw that, bro. I almost put it in the chat. I was like, what is going on, bro?
Yo, I said, what the fuck is? But you know what? Like, I kind of missed that music tree, that performance shit. You feel me?
Hey, they weren't acting. You know what I mean? They were about that shit, and I respect it. I respect it. Good for them, bro. Good for them.
I expect some oh. Yeah, they was performing that shit though, dog. That comment. Oh, salute to Starla. Appreciate you. All right. And what I got last? I think that's it. Any more topics on the music tree? I think I do have a video. I'm gonna play this real quick. MC8. Straight up minutes. Speaking about this topic.
All rap music was bullshit. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
You talking about Compton or West Coast?
Just period.
Okay.
Our shit was bullshit.
Because you had Mixmaster Spade, you had Lonzo,
but
and
we had
World
them
Class
on
Wrecking Crew.
We had them on the strictly. You had to be real hood affiliated ghetto nigga to know about Todd and Spade in the early days.
Yeah.
We had niggas like Bobby Jimmy and the Critters and shit
Right.
with songs like
Right.
Roaches and shit. Come on,
I remember
man.
that shit.
Come on, real talk.
I remember that shit.
Be real.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
had
yeah.
shit like that. We had no disrespect.
Yeah, I got you.
loved Egyptian Lover, but we
Yeah.
had Egyptian Lover.
Yeah.
We had the Wrecking Crew.
The Wrecking Crew.
You know,
Yeah.
turn
Yeah.
off the lights
Yeah.
and shit. You know, we
Yeah.
didn't have.
It was like a techno type of thing.
Because that's who I
Yeah.
came up through.
Right.
Unknown. He had techno hot
Unknown.
records.
Right. Unknown.
So a lot of our music was spacetronic shit. Real talk. We didn't
You
have
just make that shit up, Spacetronic.
Yeah. We didn't have we didn't have the Tila Rocks.
Yeah.
We didn't have the motherfucking KRSs.
Right.
We did, but
Right.
they were so underground.
Yeah.
Because they were watching what niggas was doing over
Right.
there. What Todd
But
said.
then let's take it back though. So we talking 86,
Yeah.
87. You still had Ice-T, the 6 in the morning.
Ice-T, though, was dogging the wax and you don't quit at first.
Okay.
He didn't hit us with 6 in the morning until
it's about 86, 87.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we had King T.
Yeah, King T.
We had
Yeah.
the coolest.
Drop the bass.
And the bass. But you see where I'm headed.
Rodney O and Joe
You
Cooley.
see where I'm headed.
Yeah.
Nobody was on motherfucker dope and one times. And
that's
nobody
right.
was
That's
on
right.
that until
That's right.
Spade and them.
Yep.
And like Todd said, we was just trying to really do the best tape.
Yeah.
Niggas wasn't really thinking like we gonna go make records.
Yeah, exactly.
That was some nostalgic shit for your ass. It's 86. Was y'all motherfuckers born? Was y'all alive in the world?
What do y'all think about what MC8 talked about? Now that was mostly a West Coast confined space, so I think maybe Cam may be more familiar with a lot of the cats he speak. But what do y'all think about that? Did that confirm almost what we thought of? Maybe it was a lot of bullshit put out in the 80s and early 90s.
Yeah, there was a lot of shitty music in the 80s, bro. Like the music was so good in the 70s and the 90s that just by happenstance it had to be kind of shitty in the 80s, bro. You're not gonna get 3 decades of like hitters, you know what I mean? So I feel like that was just the decade where it was gonna kind of
The coke was stepped on, bro. That's all it was. They weren't getting that pure shit like in back.
Well,
in
bro,
day.
the 70s, bro, it wasn't coke, it was heroin music, bro. Something about that heroin just
Jimmy
man. Jimi Hendrix, like, come on, bro. Like some of the music in the 70s was insane. Leonard Skinner and shit.
That acid music, yeah, that was
It's just different.
I feel you on that. Shout out to Starla. I was around in the 80s. He's not wrong. She's confirming there was some shit put out in the 80s that was shit. Thank you, Starla, for your confirmation. Any last thoughts on that topic?
That's the disco era, wasn't it? Wasn't 80s disco? Or was disco in the 70s?
70s. You didn't watch the Get Down, bro? You should watch the Get Down, bro.
I guess that was 70. Yeah, wasn't it, huh?
Yeah.
70, 78, like that.
Yeah, definitely. Anything last thoughts on that joint? All right. Well, hopefully y'all got some sleeper picks, man. Let's get ready to get up out of here, but we got to drop some fresh music. So if you have any artists that may be bubbling under the radar, or even if they mainstream drop some shit that, maybe people that ain't on, right? Let us know. You feel me? If nobody wants to start, so I'll pick somebody. But if anybody has any sleeper picks,
I got you. I was just getting it pulled up. All right, so my pick for this week is my guy Rufus Sims out of Chicago. He's got a new single out called Respectfully Disrespectful with Knowledge the Pirate and Jay Hayes featured on it. And he just linked up with Rock Marciano and Pimpire. So shout out to him. And he's got a couple singles that have been dropping out, and I think he's got a project coming real soon.
Word. Shout out to Rufus. Shout out to the brothers. If you know, you know. Take your Hope he be gangbang. Okay. What else we got?
I got one for y'all. So producer E King and Reese already. He's the rapper on the track. They've been working consistently for a minute now. I've been keeping up with them. I also reviewed a single of theirs on my last episode on the pod, but they had actually dropped a track 2 Sundays ago. It's called Last Sunday, and that has been one on repeat. So E King and Reese already Last Sunday.
Okay. Definitely. Anybody else got anybody want to put us up on?
Yeah. I didn't have one until like today, but then I ended up spot something that just dropped today, and that new Bishop Naru and Conductor just dropped something, and that shit is hard. And they worked together recently on his last Conductor, We Have a Problem. So I don't know if they like working on a project or something, but yeah, it's just Varnell Hill. It's just dope.
Varnell Hill. Hey, get off Martin, bro. Get off Martin. All right. Anybody else? Anybody else left?
Yeah, I got one. Took me a minute to find it. Felix Bloom. It's got a project drop called Unleashed. It's different. It's a little EP. It's only like 7 minutes long. It's different, but I think there's some legs there. So Felix Bloom, Blume.
Okay. Yeah, just make sure that y'all drop the tracks in the appropriate folder if you haven't already, so we can add them to the playlist. It's not a underground artist, but I think that's your homie, right? Cloud ZZ, bro. I had that Lie to Me on repeat. I think that's I think you need to push that record, bro. That shit is contagious ass track. But I've had that on repeat since I reviewed that MIP shit. That's a dope track. So ZZ with that, ZZ Gibson with that Lie to Me joint. That beat is insane. That's all I got, man. So let's get ready to get up out of here. But first and foremost, I would be amiss if I didn't give my people here time to promote, because everybody here does dope shit. So Lee, what you got?
Well, y'all, you see I'm feeling better. I came back from the work travel, so you know that means a new episode has to come. I did not want y'all to hear me raspy and rusty, so catch me soon on the Culture Decides. You know, even if I'm not doing an episode, I'm here on Hip Hop Pod Society, or I'm talking shit somewhere online. So follow me everywhere.
Dope. Glad to have you back. Always good to have you in the building, dropping dope comments and giving us your knowledge. You feel me? So take a yeah, ho. Be happy to see you.
Yeah, ho.
Obi, what you working on, bro?
Just endless reviews, you know, working on the website. We're just always trying to get more content out there. So go to the website. Shout out to the whole crew, everybody that's not here. Shout out to myself. Come find me on Instagram, find me on Twitter. That's that. Shout out to everybody.
Word. Obi dropping 80 on that ass. You feel me? All them damn reviews, man. Boy, don't sleep. Shout out to Obi. Obi, no sleep tonight. Oh, wrong one. All right.
I crash out sometimes. You never know. I'll take the crash out.
A little bit of both. J Cloud, what you working on, homeboy?
Just chilling, man. Next, I'm gonna be in New York again on December. I'll give a date when I have more details, but yeah, I just had a show there the other day, and yeah, I'm gonna be back out there soon. So if you out there want to pull up, I'm gonna post something for sure. But yeah, I'm just chilling, working on shit, man. That's the usual.
That's what I'm talking about. That's that street music. That's hip hop essence. Shout out to everybody who touched grass, man. Make sure y'all slide on the man's Cloud out there working. We appreciate you, brother. Yeah, ho. Yeah, ho. Hick, Cam, what the fuck you working on? Roofs and shit?
Yeah, bro. Lots of roofs. Money. Businesses are booming, bro. I'm out here kicking Hector's back in. You know what I mean? Work's been crazy, dog. But nah, I'm actually getting I've been a little bit quieter this episode, but I'm trying to get that indie spotlight ready to drop tomorrow because I actually remembered. So, but no, other than that, it's just menoforder.com/CassiusCam. The gym's popping. I got buddies getting ready for fights. Work starting to tailor off for the winter. I'm recording. I'm getting stuff in line. Right down here in the chat. I can't throw it up because I'm not a mod right here, but
I gotta put you
throwing a plug.
Business on the street, bro. I didn't kick you off for no shit. We'll put you back on mod, man. Don't worry.
Well, man, it's been a few weeks, bro. Yeah, I think you wanted
to remind me of shit. I've been blown up and shit.
I think I'm a little bit too like quick on the soundboard, and you wanted to steal my sounds from me. I think that's what it is, bro. I think there was something more nefarious.
Fuck out of here.
I'm playing. Shout out to Starla though, throwing a plug for the novel trilogy, The Gods of Hip Hop. She is the unequivocally outstanding best writer we have on the platform. Every time I read her stuff, it makes me feel like I need to go back to school. So we're trying. She's an actual author, like an author, and then there's just like us knuckle draggers, like punching keys, like trying to figure shit out, you know. So if you see the prosperity difference between the level of intellect in these articles, just know that we're trying, you know. But Starla's like god tier with the writing. So go check her stuff out.
Definitely agree. Now you better take these flowers. God damn it. Starla, we appreciate you. But that's all I got, man. I've just been working on this platform, sleeping every once and again. It's soccer season, so my 5 hours has gone to 3. I get about 3 solid hours. I make them motherfuckers count. Get up, work, do this shit again. You feel me? So salute to the kid. Had a game last night, 8-0, 4 goals. You feel me?
4 goals in one game.
Shout out, gang, 4 goals. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what's after a hat trick, bro. What's after a hat trick,
bro? That's crazy. That's like putting up 60 in a basketball game. That's wild.
That's a triple double. You feel me? So yeah, due to the Baldwin Indians. But that's all I got, man. I appreciate y'all, my crew, always coming through, keeping the chat, keeping the conversation lovely. That's the wrong word. I shouldn't say lovely. Lively is what I meant. That sounds terrible. And also salute to everybody who dropped the chat. Salute to Starla. Salute to all the crew, man. We are working. We should have some reviews dropping tomorrow, of course. Cam already mentioned we're going to have the indie spotlight. Make sure y'all check out the artist. I believe it's OC from NC this week. Dope. Should be fucking multi-platinum some fucking where. So make sure y'all check out his music.
One of my favorite artists that I discovered this year through Obi. Hey, this is for November, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
All right. No, it's December month. But yeah, salute and salute to everybody, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man, always showing up, ready to work, man. Salute to the fam that couldn't be here. Salute to Star. I seen you in the chat. You feel me? You got to get on to work one of these days. You feel me? We need your presence over here. But that's all I got, man. So, half everybody here, I got to say, peace. Let's get up out of here.